Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Horse Business podcast. My name is George, and on today's episode, I'm really excited to take you through step 3 of my 5-step reins system. Reins because it's all about taking control, getting hold of those reins and steering your business and your life in the direction that you desire. Now, on the previous episodes, we've covered the first 2 steps of the system, which is R for reframing. Where are you heading with your business, and how is your mindset set up to make sure you achieve that goal? It's all about taking your mindset and turning from a hobby into a business, turning it from pleasing other people to making it work for you. And in the second episode, we looked at engaging. Who are your ideal clients? Where are they? Are they building the culture and the environment that you want to be in? Because let's face it, why create an environment that you don't enjoy yourself? So that was our second episode, all about engaging with your clients. But today I'm really excited to be taking you into the next stage, which is I, innovation. This is where clarity meets creativity. This is where we go from doing what we do every single day, like a clock, ticking each day as it goes, and actually start going, well, I could also do this. I can make a difference by doing that. And what is actually, so let me break it down for you. Innovation is about how you elevate your business and separate yourself from everybody else. So how are you standing out from the crowd? In a crowded market, we all look the same on the outside, but what makes you different? And we start to build something that your clients are resonating with and working out how we can help them further. So what do I mean by innovation? Innovation isn't about the flashy apps and all of these fancy tools which are out there, AI, ChatGPT. If you haven't heard of that, I recommend you have a look at it. But it's actually about how we don't recreate the wheel, but how we take the wheel and make it into something particularly special for you and your business. It's about adapting your services, your products and your offerings, streamlining the systems that you use to give you more time and functional space, and improve your client experience. It's about how we innovate and create something that your client needs before your client knows they need it. It could be really as simple as creating a more inventive or rather effective booking process. Perhaps you're inundated with messages every single day about bookings and your clients are waiting for you to reply, being frustrated because you take some time to reply, or it's just convoluted. It's all on paper. So creating a better process makes a better experience for your customers, doesn't it? And in turn gives you more time, more headspace, gives them the satisfaction and clarity they need. That's one way of innovating. Another way might be offering a digital welcome pack. That's a bit out there, but if you are a livery yard and you've just signed somebody up, these days people view the yard, they go, oh, it's fantastic, yes, we'll come. They turn up and that's it. There's no contracts in half of these places these days. There's no welcoming. There's no induction process. There's no, welcome to the community. So be different. Why can't you do that? Or maybe you can start to think about bringing in workshops, clinics, perhaps video updates of what's going on in the yard, or as you as a professional, if that's who you are. But then there's other things like monthly subscriptions and memberships. How could you work that kind of thing into your business? Again, creating something for your clients that they need, that they don't know they need yet. So innovation really is about turning your yard business into an actual equestrian service that feels fresh, vibrant, and is different. It's remarkable. It's not what the norm is. Now, some of you will be thinking a livery yard's a livery yard. Some of you will be thinking, how can I differ when all I do, when what I offer is a part livery? That is what it is. Well, just think about some of the things that I've said. Perhaps start writing some things down. You might run a livery business and you might have somebody on part livery that's coming. Can you offer them something like a welcome pack? Or if they've inquired with you and you want to improve your price point, why not send them a brochure about who you are and what you do? Something as simple as a little document which upsells you, your facilities, to those people. Suddenly you're adding up the price here. And you think, oh no, it's not going to make a difference because my competitors only charge this. Yeah, but your competitors haven't provided them a page-by-page document about the facility, who they're about to work with, and what is special about you. Anyway, I've digressed a bit there. I've got a bit off my track. So that's what it is. That's what innovation is. Okay. Now, why does innovation matter? Well, the equestrian industry is evolving. That is very, very true. And because it's evolving, there'll be people that are moving with it, and there'll be people that are staying the same. And you don't want to be one of those people that are staying the same. If you've done all the hard work of reframing your mindset, engaging with the right clients, you owe it to yourself to now think about how you're going to keep those clients and add value to them. How you evaluate their experience is how, and improve their experience is how they're going to perceive you and portray you to everybody else. So this is all about retention, brand growth, and long-term sustainability. And this is where it all begins. It's in the innovation step. We've done all the hard work, and now we're going to start creating. So, some of the benefits of innovating. Firstly, you're going to increase your client retention. Can you imagine a world where somebody is with you and it becomes a mundane service where you just expect your horse to be cared for, or you expect to come and do your own horse and use the facilities? Now, that's lovely if you've got a great community, and it's lovely, and most people are happy with that. But imagine if those people were offered something extra. Your client retention's increasing just by even thinking about that, whatever that might be for you. Now, I haven't got all day to go through all of the options. This could be hours worth, many hours worth of, teachings, webinars, conversations. But I'm just giving you the headlights here just to get you to start thinking about it. So first of all, what can you do? What can you create that might increase your client retention? Have a think about that. Maybe write something down. You want the people that are there with you to stick with you. You want them to bring people to you that are also part of your community, your culture, and all the other things we've worked on in the engaging section. And it's all about, just the list goes on. So as well as that, we've got, you're going to start creating additional revenues. If you're innovating and creating, you're going to create more streams of income. Again, I hear it time and time again. Oh, but I'm breaking even on part livery. It's this price. I can't put the prices up. Okay, but what else do your clients need? Can you start offering lessons? Are you able to teach? Okay, you can't. Okay, you don't want to teach. That's fine. And this is specific to livery yards. You don't want to teach. That's fine. But why don't you go and get somebody who can? Get them to hold a day's clinic. Somebody who your clients would resonate with. The person teaching or doing the clinic is going to charge you a fee per lesson. You don't have to charge the same. Now, I wouldn't go doubling their price because that would probably put you out because they can probably go somewhere else and do it there. But adding a margin on, well, why not? And when he's holding that clinic, you have cakes, tea and coffee. You could even sell the cakes, tea and coffee, another revenue stream. Perhaps, and I'm giving you lots here, but perhaps another income and revenue stream just from that is now you start recording the clinics. You mic up the teacher, you mic up the rider, you start recording the clinics. You create a platform where this stuff goes, and anyone that couldn't make it, or anyone in your community, in your livery yard, gets access to that membership site. You now have an online community which you can start to grow and grow and grow, and the endless possibilities. Then another step and another benefit of innovating is you're going to start building brand distinction. You don't want to blend in with the noise anymore. There are thousands of livery yards, there are thousands of saddlers, there are thousands of farriers, there are thousands and thousands of people out there doing probably what you do. But by being creative and adding value and doing this step, we're starting to make you look very, very different. You're going to start saving time as well. The time you can save by creating better systems, not even just time, but mental space. If you haven't got to be getting in of an evening after doing a full day on your yard and replying to all of your clients because they were booked into a system or they have easy access to an FAQ or, there's a process in place, time. Mindset space. If you're listening to this episode, there's a very good chance that you too have horses. You must be, or are quite likely to be, in the equestrian space. Well, I wanted to make you aware, if you don't know already, that I am the director of Fonshore Equine Transport. We are a national horse transport business offering the very best vehicles, the safest and the cleanest spaces for your horses to travel in. So whether it's a trip to the show, trip to the vets, or perhaps you've bought a new horse, we have got the service that you need. And not only that, I now offer consultancy. If you're an equestrian transport business or an equestrian business looking to get started in any area, well, you should get in touch, because alongside this podcast and the network of people that I am building here, I also want to help you. So find the link in the bio, in the show notes, and let's connect. When you're going through this step and you're offering value, your clients are going to start to feel satisfied. They're going to know that you care. They're going to know that there's more for them. Gone are the days where we can just get a livery in and go through day by day steps. That's why people don't stick around anymore, because we're in an era where we go on social media and we flick through like at 100 miles an hour. The average time that someone spends on a video is about 4 seconds. And I know it's different online, but the real world's becoming like that too. Imagine you to have a livery and, nothing changes. It's always the same. Some people are fine with that. I'm not talking for everyone. But in a younger generation's mindset, they need constant improvement, change, growth. What's going on? Let's keep going. Let's move. And so there's some of the benefits of innovating. So just run through those. You've got client retention. There's a benefit of it. Additional revenue, brand distinction, saving time, and higher client satisfaction. They're just some of the benefits. Okay. Now, all of these things are going to do various things for you. They're going to they're going to allow you to increase your time, which we've sort of said as in that section there, but it's also going to give you the ability to be flexible and tier the services to your clients. You haven't got to offer one service for everyone. They're all distinctive. So being more specific, again, higher client retention. So by doing all of these things, you're going to create a custom, natural feedback loop with your clients. So naturally, you're going to get more feedback from them as you do these different things, because you're going to be actually engaging with them, sort of back a step as well. So not only is it going to increase your systems and you're giving you more time, it's going to create a natural custom loop of feedback, which will help you to create more products, help you to create and work out what else you can offer them. But actually, another part of why we want to be innovating is because there's so many new tools out there. And I'm just going to touch on this because I think the equestrian space isn't hearing it. This world is going digital. This world is now full of AI, artificial intelligence. Now, if you haven't heard about AI and ChatGPT, please take 20 minutes after this and go and look it up. Download the app and try it. AI is the absolute god of information. It will help you build things. It will help you get critiqued on things. It will help you reword things. It will help you create presentations. It will tell you exactly how to create a social media clip that's going to go viral. It will create images and videos for you to help you with your marketing. AI is huge, and this is why if you're not innovating today, there will be people overtaking you, and there will be people flying high in a very short period of time, because AI is moving faster than ever. And it's those that don't uptake it now and stick with the, I do it this way on paper. I do it, I've always run it this way. All of you guys, I'm really sorry to say, you're going to get left behind because AI is going to change everything. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to start being taught by bots. It doesn't mean we're going to have a robot turn up and fit our saddles. But what it does mean is that to book onto those things will be really sleek and simple. What it does mean is that we'll have technologies to offer more products and services to our clients that will attract them elsewhere. So I just wanted to bring that up and highlight that just at the end of this section. So innovation isn't really about doing more. It's about doing what we do best, but doing it better. Not recreating the wheel, just redesigning it for our clients. Innovation is the difference between staying stuck and standing out. Do you want to stay where you are, or do you want to stand out? Do you want to charge what you're charging now and struggle, or charge more and stand out? That's your choice to make. So, how do we start innovating? I've sort of given you all the different ways that we can do that. And this really, again, is a really big section. And actually in this section, if you want help with it, do get in contact. But it'd be about coming to see who you are and working out exactly what fits for you and your clients. You don't need to overhaul your entire business. You don't need to change everything overnight. You don't need to get stuck in your head about it. It's all about making thoughtful changes that align with your goals, your reframing, your ideal clients to get the best out of it for you. So here's how we could do this. First of all, let's audit your offers. Who are you currently working with? What's underperforming and not paying you? And what do your clients frequently ask about? Now, let me just say that again. I've got several steps here, but I can't labor on them all, but this one's quite important. What are you currently working on? What of those is underperforming? So if you're a livery yard, you could say, I am doing DIY, but by the time I've maintained all my fields, it's costing me. So it's underperforming. But what do your clients frequently ask for? They frequently ask if you can take their horses out in the morning, but they frequently ask if you'll just drop the feeds in for them and you're doing it for free. They might frequently ask you to stable their horse when it's actually meant to be out in the field, but you just let them do it anyway because, you're a nice guy. Well, there's your gaps, and that's where you need to start innovating and offering something more. Just as an example, very small example, and that's livery based. The next step after you've audited what you're doing is then asking your clients using whether it be, some people might think it's weird, but I promise you it's not. It's actually very normal to give out polls or surveys or to get feedback forms or to even, if you're really friendly with a lot of your clients, have casual conversations to gather insights. Start probing for the information that you're interested in, because innovation starts when you're listening. It's all about listening. Now, step 3 is then taking what you found out through your audit, taking what you found out from your clients, and start to streamline and systemize things. And use AI, perhaps. So, step 3 is how can we start creating and being more forward with the way things are in the world. So what I'm trying to say here is step 3 is about what can be digitalized. Can your booking systems be digitalized? Your auto reminders, your information for all of your horses. What can we do? Can your lessons be automated and online? There's so many of them happening these days. Using the systems, now we need to start using that as well to plan your content. Write for professional client responses. Create onboarding sequences and training guides. All of that can be done in your third step of how we innovate. And all of that can be done using AI, by the way. If you're good at ChatGPT or if you're not, go on there, download it, use a free version, ask it to, hey ChatGPT, I don't know what you call it. I don't really call it anything. I don't know why I'm trying to call it anything. But hey, I'm trying to build a welcome pack for my new livery. My livery is coming for full livery. We're going to be doing a complete bespoke service where we're going to also ride their horse. And they're going to get a specific one-to-one coaching each week on how they should look after their horses. Now, that would be offered for someone who hasn't actually got much experience, by the way. Obviously, I'm not telling you on how to suck eggs here. But put that into ChatGPT and it's going to go away. And within seconds, you're going to have exactly a framework, if not the finished product, because it can also create finished products, of exactly that. It's going to provide you a book which explains this all to them, and it will say, welcome, this is what you need to know, contact us here, book here, so on, so forth. Step 4 in the innovation process is also about how you add value that surprise the people. This isn't about just giving in to what they want. Okay, innovation is how we're taking the wheel and changing it creatively. So you might start doing mini workshops or webinars, and people will be surprised about that. But they might offer them a value, offer them a loyalty program or exclusive access. So if they're a livery, I seem to be labouring on the liveries a lot at the moment. I think that is where there is a big need for change. But why not create a loyalty program or an online program or subscription that goes with their livery and offer them something more in that? Perhaps, do you know what? This would be a great idea. Set up an online community. Now, it's your choice if they can have access to that free within your membership of being a livery at yours. That's depending on your pricing structure. But in that, why not do something really simple? And that would be to reach out to top brands that you like, whether it be grooming kits, whether it be saddlers, farriers. I keep saying the same things over again in terms of different businesses, but physios, chiros, veterinary practices. There's so many vast equestrian businesses, and say, hey, I'm running a 20 livery, 40 livery, 50 livery yard, and some of my clients really would like to see these products. I love your products. I use them regularly, and I'm just wondering if you'd be interested in offering a purchasing or discount code that I can offer them. Now, there will be many companies, because I've started to do this myself, that will be really, really interested in offering that to you. And guess what? It's cost you nothing. You've added value, and suddenly your price point is more valuable. That just came to me there and then. That's just an idea for you if you are running a livery, or even if you're not. Perhaps you are a saddle fitter, or you've got your own tack shop or something like that. All of these things can work for you, by the way. So things that are going to add value and surprise people don't have to be expensive, but they will raise your perceived value. So here I'm saying, don't just work harder, work smarter. There are people out there that will give things to you that will help your clients, that will increase your value. So let's not work harder, let's work smarter and add value in a way that others are not thinking about. Now, this podcast is accessible by everybody, but only a teeny weeny percentage of people will listen to this and actually action it. So my call to you today is to spend half an hour, pick something that you can do to add value to your clients and give it a try. Even if you just take step 1 and start auditing what you're doing. If you need a cash flow forecast or something, I'm sure I can help you out with that. Drop me a message or find ChatGPT and ask it to do it for you. So where we're at basically is, let's play this out. If you don't make sense of this, and if you don't start thinking about innovating through the steps that I've just said, so I've just given you 4 steps about how you can do it. And I can't go through it in more detail right now, but I can help people with this. But you need to start off. I'm just going to run through it again because I went through it in a very long-winded, convoluted way. But the first step is to audit what you're offering. What are you offering? Who are you offering it to? And where are the gaps? Okay. What do your clients always ask for? Find the gaps. The next thing is to ask your clients directly and say, hey, here's a poll, here's a survey. Let's have a chat about so on, so forth, and listen to them. What do they need? Perhaps they're not saying it directly. They might not be saying to you, I need a good farrier. But they might have said, I've been having some challenges with my horse's feet because they keep going, the vets are saying they're not quite in balance and they might need some pads and so on and so forth. They haven't asked you for a farrier. but you know they need a farrier. Can you recommend one? Add value to them. Sorry, I keep getting too into these things. The second step, so ask your clients. Third step, where can we streamline and systemize? That is all a huge section of innovation. Streamlining and systemizing, making your life easier, giving you more headspace and helping your clients. And then step 4 is adding value that surprises your clients. What can you do that they wouldn't be expecting you to do that adds value to them? So they're my 4 steps to start with. Take them in, run with them, start thinking about it. What if you don't do it? Hey, I'm going to tell you now, if you don't do it, you're going to get left behind, because if your business stands still, you're not standing out. You're going to get left behind as more and more young influencers and people come through and start taking over. And I'm not saying it's all the young people that are going to do this. There are people that are also embracing this of all ages. So you need to start thinking about this. What if your business stood out? Not because it's the cheapest, but because it's the most thoughtful and value given. The most forward-thinking place to be. What if you could raise your prices confidently because your services are worth way more than others regardless of where you are in the world? What if they had a better experience with you? Leaning into innovation is going to give you that edge. What if, what if you were to spend a few hours and set up the systems and process that save you 5 hours, 10 hours a week in sorting it all out? What if you had an automated system for your invoicing and accounts process? What if they could go online and book an appointment with you and save you the phone calls, the paperwork, the administration, the getting back to, the reminding, the wondering where they are, the taking payment? What if you did all of these things? Well, my question to you is, what if you don't? Because if you don't, you're going to stay where you are, you're going to get left behind, you're going to continue to be struggling, and that's not the reason that you're here. The best yards are not always the fanciest, but they are the most thoughtful and the most innovative. And I truly believe that. I'm just going to say it again to make sure it sinks in. The best yards are not the fanciest. They are the ones that have been the most thoughtful and created that emotional connection with the client, and the most innovative. So innovation can be your edge. It can build the buzz, it can build loyalty, it can build recurring income, and it can build your profits. And that is what we're here for, ladies and gentlemen. Why are we building businesses without building profits first? And that goes for every single business out there. And that's exactly what I continue to want to do this podcast for, and to help you be able to do just the same. So you need to take this action now, because if you don't take it now, you'll never take it. I've given you the third step in my system for you to run with. Right now, you're probably burnt out. You've probably had a hard winter. Summer's been pretty awful too, because there's been no rain, no one's got any grass, and your client numbers might be dropping, fluctuating, causing you a headache. So you need to start innovating right now. You need to make a difference right now. Start small though, and start smart. So just take something and just make a slight tweak. I'm not saying you need to go and audit your whole business, all of your products and services, but just take one thing and run with that. And come back and tell me about it. I would love to hear about it in the comments, via DMs, messages, because I know it's going to make a difference to you. I've seen the results. I know the results. And I just want you to do the same. I really, really want everyone to succeed in this world. I'm running my horse transport business. It's hard. It's hard. But these little steps are what I'm also doing, what you should also be doing to help us get ahead. So pick one area, whether it's your client onboarding, your social media plan to get more clients, whether it be your packages, your time management. Pick something and find a way to upgrade it this week. Let's do that. Let's write it down. This week, one thing, what can we do to upgrade it? You've got to do it with the aim of increasing your income and increasing the client retention and loyalty. Okay. Now, this is step 3 of the RAIN system, and it's the one that will separate the ordinary from the unforgettable. It really is a step in this day and age that will separate you from the rest. So if you want help exploring your first innovative idea, please reach out. Always happy to do that. I know this is a podcast, so you're a little bit removed, but please feel free. If you've got to the end of this and you really would like a little bit of help with something, please just reach out. More than happy to help. More than happy to have a conversation with you. Oh, so that is us for today on the Let's Talk Horse Business podcast. Thank you ever so much for coming along on this ride with me as we take a hold of the reins, we reframe our thinking, we engage with the right clients, and we start to innovate and make a difference in our business. Next week, we're going to do a deeper dive into nurture. Now, I think it's going to be posted next week. I can't be 100% sure. I have got some interviews coming through the pipeline, one of which is one all about leadership and somebody who's worked closely with horses, but it's all about the leadership side of things, which I'm really, really excited about. And I've got a few other guests which I'm lining up at the moment. But in the meantime, here's my 5-step system. Take it, run with it, make it yours, because all of us could be successful in business, regardless of who you are and what you do. And if you take these steps, I guarantee you will find the results to do so. Until then, let's boldly grow, keep aspiring, and innovate to make sure that we are the next best place to be. Cheers, guys. See you on the next show.